This is Akashwani. Time for a weekly program, Our Guest. I hand over the mic to the show host, Nitish Arora, for the same.
Mahatma Gandhi had once said, "There is enough on this earth for everyone's need, but not for everyone's greed." Today happens to be International Day of Food Loss and Waste. Now, wastage of food or food loss is one big issue, not only at a local level, but at a global level as well. In many parts of the world, we find people dying of starvation for the need of not having one square meal a day. And on the other hand, we see lots and lots of food go waste. It may be on parties or a regular day. How to overcome this challenge? I'm sure the authorities, the governments of the entire world cannot do it. It has to come from people's will. There is one such example, not very far off, in our own Delhi, at a place called Rohini. Some good old young smartians thought of somehow solving this problem at a very local level. Yes. And they came up with an idea of a food bank. Now, what exactly this food bank? On the food trail, I went to that place, and from there I could find the treasurer of the Roti Bank, Dr. M.P. Gupta, and I'm very happy to have him as my guest. Dr. M.P. Gupta, welcome to our guest program.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this. You have very rightly said that there is no scarcity of food, as you have told. It is the problem of wastage. Because in the world, it has been surveyed that if 5% food which is wasted is saved, then, there will be surplus food in the world. And I tell you,
that is a good formula for everyone to emulate, even for the money also. They said that every penny saved is every penny earned. So every food morsel that you save can quench the need of so many needy people.
Yes, because hunger is the main point where people require food. It has to be fulfilled. So when people are hungry, they require food. What happens, what we started doing to save it, we started collecting rotis from households and send it and distribute to the people, those who are meager in earning, or those who are old and senior physically disabled people who cannot prepare food on their own. We started serving to them. But when we found that there are many more people, who can donate or serve or give food to us, then we started a roti bank where we collected food from people, those who are having extra or those who afford extra food for those who are in need.
So when this idea of a roti bank came to your mind, when was that?
Yes, it was in June 2019. Mr. Rajesh Garg, who was previously an MLA from Rohini area, he just made a survey that there are many people who are in need of food items. So we started collecting and distributing to the needy and served.
I want people to know, what is your age now and what was your age then?
At that time I was, 6 years younger.
6 years younger.
Now I am about 79.
So at that age of 73, you thought of doing this social service. What message you want to give to the youngsters? Because I think youngsters would be quite handy in executing what your thoughts are, and you have tried at your own pace and length.
Yes, we tried many alternatives of serving food to the people. What happened, what we were observing near Agarwal Bhavan in Rohini area, where so many parties and banquet halls and all, so many parties were being held. And so much of leftover food were there. And the way the food is served to them also, it is a buffet system. Nowadays, the system has changed. And if the people, just by sitting nicely, if the people get food by sitting, whatever they require. Because in buffet system, people, because of crowding, they fill up everything in their plate. And later on, whatever they can eat and then just throw it.
And the lesson starts from there itself. Although it's a buffet system and everything is open to you, you can have as much as you want, but you should only have as much as you need.
Exactly. That is the whole idea, that you should take only that much. But because people are scared of not getting next time.
They don't
because
want to.
Of the crowding effect.
Exactly.
That is the whole idea. Otherwise, if they are seated nicely and crowding is not there. The
Because-
young people, they should learn it.
So that is very painful in a buffet system when you are filling your plates like hell
Huh.
and then throwing the food as a garbage. That garbage food cannot be treated, although the one which is saved, which is not taken or not consumed, can be reused.
That is the wastage. Neither it is used by anybody or it is wastage. That is what I said earlier. If 5% wastage is reduced, then food will be extra in the world.
So when you started this initiative, something called Roti Bank, obviously you must not be having a lot of resources at your end. It was only voluntary service.
Yes.
And the first hungry mouths that you were able to feed, what was their reaction? And you must be having a lot of tales to tell as to how you were able to get some blessings and fuel running for your young body.
The idea was not of the blessings only. Idea was our own happiness. That when people, they require food at the time when they are hungry and they get on their time.
Yes.
That was the whole idea that if we can serve people, like this, those who are hungry. And there many people came forward. Actually, in the beginning, we were 15, 16 people, those who were contributing in the form of vegetable or rotis from their houses and sending it to the people. And then when we started this campaign, many people came forward to serve and to donate food in either cooked food or the raw form.
Okay.
Then we started preparing our own and sending it to the people, those who were in need.
Obviously, when you say that you have got a roti bank now, which means there are a lot of stuff that is in store with you.
Yes, we have a storage nearby area, Rajapur village, where we can store items donated by the people.
Which are cooked or uncooked?
Uncooked, raw food.
Okay.
Cooked food only, we have a deep fridge, big quality, then which is edible and which can be used next day or evening, that we can keep it there.
So now that when you are distributing this food which could otherwise have gone waste, is it on a daily basis that you are feeding the hungry, or it is demand and supply based that you
No, it is every day. We are doing it every day, both the times, morning, evening.
So how many volunteers do you have? Are the youngsters also there in your group, or it's all good old
There are
Smartians?
large number of donors which are providing us food items. And, the people who require it, they are coming about 500 people, in morning and evening.
So somewhere around 500 people you are serving every day,
Every day.
twice a day.
Twice a day. Different type of people come, not the same people.
And these are not the people who are into begging. These are the people who are actually needy people.
Yes, actually we don't distribute food items in a line and go just like bandaras and all. No, we have nice system of seating arrangement where they are served with thalis and all, and they sit nicely and eat as much as they want. No grain gets wasted.
Oh, that's great.
That is volunteers, they watch it. Take as much as you want, but don't throw it. No, don't leave it.
So how many volunteers do you have?
At present we have about 7, 8 volunteers, those who are in the supply chain and distribution work. And about, 10 people, they are sitting nicely and watching, observing everything, that things are going on well.
So are the ladies also there who are...
Oh yes, some ladies groups are there who are regularly donating things and serving also. Sometimes what we have, some birthday parties or other things, they book on our behalf.
Okay.
You distribute food to 70 people, 80 people, 100 people or like that, as much as they want.
So again, I come to that very question where when it's a wedding season, when there are parties around. So do you have those volunteers who reach to those venues, or people approach you that yes, after the marriage ceremony or after such and such?
Both
thing?
ways. Some people, they inform us that we have something, but we don't have arrangement of sending it. So we have our own vehicle, we send it. And sometimes those who can supply to us, then we distribute it to the needy area. Suppose the food is sent to us, they don't find anybody to get it. So, but we know areas where food is required. So we send our vehicle and our volunteers to distribute it there only. We save wastage of that food.
So you were mentioning that COVID gave you some...
Oh yes, in COVID what happened? Large number of people, they came to us And about 20,000 meals per day were served.
20,000 meals
Yeah,
per day.
the whole day and night, morning till evening. People, they came forward to donate food items.
Okay.
And those, having shops and big godowns, etc., the food which was going to go waste, they supplied to us and we prepared cooked food and supplied it to the needy people.
Suddenly the lockdown was there and the
Yes,
shops were
lockdown was
closed.
there.
So those shopkeepers also approached you.
Yes.
And instead of this food going waste, because this question came to everyone's mind, because there are certain perishable goods that
Yes.
cannot survive the lockdown.
Ah.
So these are the people who came to you and donated those stuff to you.
Yes.
And you put it into proper
Exactly,
use.
exactly. That is what happened. And even now, sometimes what happens, these nearby shopkeepers, say halwai or some sweet makers, etc., after the evening, that will go waste. So they approach us that please serve this to your people.
Okay, first they have the profit and then they go for the blessings.
Yes, that also happens sometimes.
So they are profiteered both ways.
Yes, that also happens.
So you are obviously doing such a noble cause. Were you inspired by somebody, or this idea was entirely your original? And how many people have you inspired that they have also got this idea from you and replicated the same in their vicinities?
Because of the system, we involved so many systems, tried out that how to distribute it and so that it reaches to the needy people. That was the whole idea, and that is why we are surviving for the last 7 years. It is the 7th year. And many roti banks were opened, they were closed down because they were not having the system properly of distribution. They were distributing like bhandaras and that did not work.
So all those listeners who are listening to this particular broadcast of ours and are being benefited by your experiences, as a parting shot, what would you like to tell them, that how can they be contributors in saving food?
Food can be saved in 2 ways maximum. Minimum this can be tried by the public at large, that they should save wastage by preservation, number one, or cook whatever they want. They should not use the fridges
For the storage purpose,
for the
cooked
purpose,
food.
because storage ultimately is not good for health. So it should be cooked only that much. And young generation should not go for fast food, That is spoiling, because that also is wastage.
So fast food is a wastage. You should not go for that. Number 2, don't pre-cook the food and store it in the refrigerator. Cook it afresh. And that is one message that Mr. Gupta wants to give to every listener. Anything more that you want to give to the youngsters? As a 79 years old, touch wood, my fingers crossed, you are giving a tough competition to the youngsters.
No, it's okay, but whatever I wish is that instead of wasting and throwing it away, they should save it and give it to the people, Suppose in restaurants, what I have been doing, suppose I go for a dinner, then whatever is left with me, which I cannot eat because they serve in bigger quantity. And then I take it, I keep it in a box and use it either again or give it to somebody.
Food is a very precious.
It is very precious, it should not be thrown at all.
Exactly, and a very essential day-to-day need of every single individual.
Yes.
So it is for us, not for United Nations or some international body, to tell us that there is a particular day that is called as International Day of Food Loss and Waste, which happens to be today. But it is for us to decide that every day and to pledge that every day is important and we must not waste this precious necessity. We must not waste food and should be used properly. If our elders can teach us in this practical manner also for having a roti bank, why can't we learn it and replicate it and try to protect that very essential need that everyone needs? Thank you so very much, Dr. M.P. Gupta, for being our guest.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this. Thank you so much.
I truly feel blessed to have you here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You were listening to the weekly program Our Guest, that is broadcast every Monday at 9:15 a.m. Don't forget to tune in next week, same day, same time and same frequency for more on Our Guest. Have a nice day.